Hello everyone and welcome to round 21 of 24 here in AM2, Contest of Speed Season 8. We're coming to you live from the outskirts of Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya. This evening, on your screen right now is the champion. Wrapped it up last week in Great Britain, and it is Michel Burns. He was the second champion, I believe, crowned in Contest of Speed this year, behind Jimmy James in E3. So, doesn't have a whole lot to play for, but there's a lot of stakes still on the table, and we'll be diving into that throughout the broadcast. I'm Kitten Petter, by the way, your host, and I'm joined, as always, by Andy Woo.
Yeah, we're in Spain. I don't know for how much longer though. You know, Catalonia and trying to be its own nation and all that. But Spanish Grand Prix. We do have some Europeans partaking in this race, so maybe they got a little bit of home field advantage. El Prentice and the Ferrari stepping in for our runner-up, I guess. It's not confirmed yet, but Bamu missing this race. So we got this lovely Brit to come join us. Yeah, looking forward. You know, I'm lying. I'm not looking forward to this race, and I don't think any of the drivers are either. Tire wear, terrible. Tire temperatures, terrible. Death corners everywhere. Easy to corner cut. Nothing good about this track, except for the weather. The weather's perfect.
Would you like to continue?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. There's nothing else really to add other than the fact that, man, I just hope these guys don't wreck. It's hard to race side by side here, which is a big thing. I know a lot of Americans like to do an F1. Very hard to get any side by side action. Very hard to pass anywhere, unless you get a extreme run on somebody. Out of the last corner or up turn 9 down to the hairpin of the third sector. Yeah, and yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I got. Notes were short.
Well, that's good. Could have just opened up the notes app for that. I think Mitch Burns so far has the fastest lap. We're about 7 minutes into the qualifying session. Guys still getting their first runs in, riding along with one ZX, Bad Fast ZX on the screen here. Lovely Mercedes-themed helmet. Pretty tidy lap so far, a little bit of understeer into turn 1. But staying the course, no invalidations, as you mentioned, very easy to do around here, especially right there. And I believe that is the curse of the commentator. My bad, ZX.
Nope.
That is a real tricky spot right there. You get all kinds of invalidations in that final complex.
It's never the same, is it? Sometimes it's oversteer, sometimes it's understeer, but it's so hard to nail that corner.
Yeah, and in the race you have to do that 33 times.
And you gotta do it perfect, or else the guy behind you is gonna get a run on you and pass you down in turn 1. So
it is nigh impossible. Ooh, Zarkaka loses it around turn 12. Easy to do. Parked up with Porch Power. Never seen these two in the same place at the same time. I think it might be the same person playing with two controllers. I believe Porch Power and Zarkaka, or they might be conjoined twins. Not entirely sure.
But yeah, I kind of like that one. They're playing with the same middle hand, and they both have their own separate outer hand.
Yeah. Big fan of conjoined twins here in the AM2 broadcast booth. Villeneuve on a lap as well here. Seems like...
also a big fan of conjoined twins.
Yeah, we're all big fans of conjoined twins. Mish Burns on another lap, another flyer for him. See how fast he can go, how far he can reach. Vitek says they're both Canadians and Chinese. I'm not sure what that means, Vitek. who's Canadian and Chinese?
Well, I know they're Canadian. They could be. What's the Asian?
Oh, they're Asian Canadians. Oh.
Canadians.
Canadians. Well, good news for them. We stopped Asian hate a couple of months ago on this broadcast, so they don't have to worry about that anymore.
Where you know?
Yeah, the more you know. I do have a couple of new drivers in this evening. We mentioned Apprentice. Whoa! Welcome to Contest of Speed Harrisplex, who gets a huge bit of oversteer as soon as I put the camera on him for the first time. My bad again. Also, the Future 3. He'll be filling in the AlphaTauri here.
Yep, both those guys
he's been
are
waiting for a couple of weeks. Yeah. The Future's waiting for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but both these guys are friends of ZX. So shout out to our friend Bad Fat ZX in the Aston Martin, doing God's work recruiting for Contest Speed. But yeah, both these guys new to F1 League Racing, Harrisplex and the Future. But Secure the Perks was the first one to hit the submit button on his application, so he's been showing out for those guys to start with, and he's been doing a fine job at it. Unfortunately, has not been able to score his first point. Maybe able to change that this race though.
Yeah, it's a bit of an interesting grid here. I think Mitch is the hashtag CostBets favorite at plus 100. But after that, I'm not really sure how to feel. Secure the Perks, obviously, with a P4 on the mediums right now. Looking pretty solid. And I think we're going to see a lot of guys trying to qualify on the mediums, as you mentioned. With the tire wear being as drastic as it is around here, the best way to probably counteract it's medium hard, unless you want to do a two-stop, which haven't done enough practice yet. Not sure how viable it is. But either way, look out for guys on the mediums like Apprentice and perhaps even Harrisplex here in his first race. Got a pretty big gap so far. DK has completed another lap just now, but he's still about 5/10 off of the AM2 champion. Looking through here, looks like the Future's about to wrap up his lap. See where he comes out. Currently sitting in P7. Don't see any improvement. That actually might be no improvement from him. Racing Fan has invalidated, so that is unlucky for him. And while we mentioned how Mitch has won the championship, while that fight is over, the constructors is really heating up, to be completely honest with you. Is it now? With Vamu Nubel, with his victory last week at Silverstone, Ferrari have leapfrogged Alpine at the top of the championship standings, now separated by 5 points, 323 to 318. Ferrari leads. Haas is in P3 with an outside chance still with 4 rounds remaining. They're at 287, and then with even more outside chances, Aston Martin sits at 261 and Red Bull at 251. I believe those are, well, I guess Alfa Romeo is still mathematically eligible at 219, but then you have to go back about 120 points to find McLaren and Williams tied at 99, Alpine at 81, and AlphaTauri bringing up the rear is 79. So, tight battles throughout the field in terms of the constructors race. Obviously, no one cares about that as much as the Drivers' Championship, but I figured I'd keep you up to date because I am the AM2 messenger.
Let's see, I don't know, I enjoy looking at the constructors' battles, and with AM2 you could definitely see it. You kind of had the one-man teams, no offense to the number 2 drivers at Alpine and Ferrari, but both Vamu and Mitch were kind of the stars of their shows for both of those teams. But then you have the teams that have very well-rounded drivers. Electric Blade, he's had some decent teammates to go along with him, but no one really stayed the whole season. We now have Mitch full-time at Alfa Romeo, due to some untimely exits.
That we're probably better off for.
Yeah. Things happen. And then Aston Martin, who's had DK and ZX now replacing Badhad, who left earlier in the season. Very well-rounded driver lineup, but keeping up also with the one-man shows.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't sell the one-man show at Ferrari too short. VTEC does have 59 points, currently losing the tiebreaker for P10 of the championship against Elliott, who has 2 wins, obviously.
He comes from like last every race, which is pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, of course. VTEC is always a fun guy to watch. And he did a pretty creative thing today in his race for last place against Clayfunk. Got disqualified on track. So that'll get him a surefire P18 out of 18 this afternoon. Well done. And way to go to VTEC, winning that championship, I believe, beating Clayfunk.
He's sponsored by Taco Bell, thinking outside the box with that one.
Yeah, for sure. Let's go on board with our homie ZX one more time. Still yet to set a lap. Looks like he's been bitten by that invalidation bug. Hopefully he can keep this in between the white lines.
Oh, he doesn't.
Pretty difficult. He does not.
Why you said it right as he cut the corner?
I mean, I just have remarkable timing.
You might have to take you out the commentary booth for this one. You definitely have the bad juju bug on you right now.
Yeah, my apologies, ZX. He's gonna have enough time to recharge and get another lap in. Whether that'll be worthwhile given the tire situation and probably fuel situation as well. We'll see. It looks like he is gonna go for one more opportunity, one more bite at the cherry, as they say. El Prentice is going on the mediums. He's back there in the 15th.
That's to be expected. You either want to be on the mediums, on the front row, or in reverse pole of P11 around this track. You do not want to be on old tires unless you have clean air.
Ooh, Shelley's invalidated his final lap.
Oh no. He's already on the mediums though. He will be starting on the mediums. So I don't think that's the end of the world. But I guess he was looking for more clean air though, considering he's on the softs.
Let's see what Gru can do. I believe he might be the furthest along. Got a lot of guys. Elite Game Boy is going to call it there. He's happy with the P4 on the mediums. Currently the highest placed medium runner on the track. El Prentice is coming around the final. Whoa! Whoa! Racing Fan with pole. Provisionally.
Wow.
Did not see that coming whatsoever. My bad.
I don't think Mitch did either. He's not out on track.
Yeah, I think Mitch... That was a massive lap from Racing Fan, and we've caught absolutely none of it. Way to go, Racing Fan. That's very fast.
Fan of racing.
Yep, 300ths of a second is the gap there that he just pipped Mitch Burns. El Prentice, in the meantime, has gone up to P5 ZX on those one-lap-old softs. He has put in a pretty good lap for P4 next to his teammate DK. Electric Blade's going around for one more lap.
I don't think he's actually going to complete that lap because, with the exception of El Prentice in 5th, Electric is starting on mediums. So he's just kind of coasting around the track.
Yeah. Well
DK's running in the final corner. Complete a lap. Oh my goodness. He jumped into the 16s. 2/10 though off of Mitch Burns. Looked like a really good lap from DK there. Not quite enough though. He stays in P3 though.
That is the timer run. Looks like Arcock is not going to get his final lap in. I think he just missed out there. Electric Blade does look like he's giving another ride on these softs.
Shelly on the softs. U-Softs goes jumps up to P4, so him and ZX will be starting on fairly worn soft tires. We'll have to watch out for that in the race.
Yeah. See how that plays out, but they did get better track position as a result. I can't tell if this is a hot lap from Electric. I think he's the last one. Or
Yeah,
maybe
no, he's done. Arkaka did get his lap in. He's about 2/10 up, going through the middle sector.
I don't know. I believe it's Arkaka is the last on track at pace. Though there are a couple of cars circulating behind him. I'm not sure.
He's 3.5 up. Is the McLaren.
A pretty good lap so far for Arkaka, who's coming off of a point last week at Silverstone.
Ooh, a little wide into the chicane there. Powering out of
Helicopter
the
shot.
Exit there.
Heli shot is
4/10.
Get out of 15.
Yeah, he kind of blew the final sector there. He was on a very solid lap. Probably would have put him up in P8. And knocked his teammate out to a reverse pole, but instead he was greedy and wanted to start on fresh tires. P12.
Oh shucks. Yep, that'll do it from qualifying here in Barcelona. Racing Fan takes a pole position. I believe that's the first of the season of his career in Contest of Speed for Racing Fan with a 6.60. Looking to build off of a podium that he got, I believe, 2 weeks ago in Imola, and I think he finished P5 last week. Pace has been there. He's had a couple of front row starts, but I believe this is the first one on the first place part of the grid.
I don't know. I feel like he's been first. Well, definitely a front row start. He's definitely been on the front row.
Well, he lagged out in China, and I think he started on the front row in Imola too. I'm not sure. I mean, he's probably been on it a couple other times too.
Yeah, you know, we don't get paid to keep up with the stats.
Yeah, we don't keep track of qualifying stats. So we might as well run through cost bets. Mitch Burns, we mentioned that earlier, plus 100 for the win. DK plus 300, Electric plus 350. I mean, Electric plus 300, DK plus 350. ZX 450, Racing Fan 600, Elite 650, Shelly 700, Buffalo Mitch 950, Field 2000. Safety car over under flat 1. Finishers is 14.5. Any predictions, Mansour?
I'm taking the under on the safety car. I think we're going green throughout, which does open us up to some interesting strategies. The medium tire around here is by far the best tire to be on. Lasts long enough, gets you to a decent point in the race, and is just as fast as the softs because it doesn't wear out. But it's interesting to see what people use before or after their mediums, whether they go soft medium, which is possible if you're good on your tires. I expect to see Mitch Burns doing that one. And then some of the guys towards the back will probably be in doing a medium to hard, being a little more cautious. Don't have to worry about the tire wear as much. Can push flat out and provide us with some great entertainment.
What's that?
Let's see. Protect. Oh, I think with Racing Fan, I think the Racing Fan in the field are probably my two picks out of hashtag cost bets. Racing Fan pulled that lap out of nowhere, but I think I'm gonna go with the field. I think we're gonna get a surprise winner. No idea who though.
No, I mean you're definitely predicting El Prentice.
Yeah, you know he looks good. He looks good. The mediums in P7. But secure the perks. You didn't put him in hashtag cost bets, did you?
No, I mean he's
looking good.
He's had some flashes, but he hasn't scored a point in his 2 races so far. So he's still comfortably in the field conversation. But I mean the field is a little bit lower than it was the past couple weeks.
That may also have Buffalo Mitch outside the top 10. I don't know.
He's plus 950 So if you're looking for a value pick on a specific driver,
yeah,
Buffalo Mitch is probably the go-to. He did say that he's been crashing a lot, though. So
yeah, he did say that, didn't he? With our previous interviews.
It is what it is.
Man, these guys do not want a penalty point. Good for them.
Yeah, this is very conservative. You know, typically I have something to talk about for about 2 minutes during this, but geez Louise, everybody, somebody can press it. It's been like
hey, good for
like
them.
Half an
honestly.
hour.
It's better than what we've been getting in AM1, where someone presses it before we even get in the lobby.
It's annoying. Anyways, Shelly the Turtle comments. He says over on safety car and over on finishers.
Yeah, I think we're going under on safety cars, over on finishers.
Got to keep an eye out for turn 9.
Yeah, very deadly.
Extremely tricky with the tires going off the way they are around here at the moment. I don't know. I mean, that 14.5, the under looks kind of good, to be honest. Either way, we are getting ready for the formation lap here from Spain. Let me crank that up real quick. Forgot I was still muted. Where we got the tire choices. Racing Fan will be starting on pole for what we believe is the first time ever. Mitch Burns, the championship winner, is going to be starting in P2. DK Nortec looking for another podium in P3. Electric Blade is right next to him in P4. Shelly the Turtle with good qualifying starts P5. ZX in 6th will be behind his teammate. El Prentice reserving from EU4 on the medium tires. He's the highest medium tire qualifier. Keep an eye out for him in this race. Elite Game Boy in P8 also on the mediums, as is Secure the Perks in P9. Porridge Power gets a top 10 start. He'll be on the softs. And then after that, goes about as expected. The future in his debut race, mediums. Arkaka, mediums. Mitch, mediums. Gru starting on the hards. That is a wild call from Gru. Villeneuve on the mediums. Harris Plex in his debut as well is going to be starting on the mediums. Clay on mediums. And for some reason, VTech rounding out the field in P18 is starting on the softs. So he's going to be... that's going to be a fun first few laps for the Puerto Rican. But yeah, that'll do it for the formation lap here in Barcelona. Let's get ready to do some racing.
Yeah, VTech's looking to do some racing, starting from last on the softs. Probably going to try to make his way up outside the top 10. Doubt he'll get all the way up there, but he will make the most of that first soft stint. Gru, I don't mind the call from Gru there on the hards. Get him long into this race. Playing for a safety car, though. Maybe not the best tire to start on, so hopefully he doesn't fall too far back. Doesn't really have too far to fall back anyways. Poor Porridge, P10. Worst place to start. Stuck on the softs.
Indeed. I got 4 lights, 5 lights. I just cracked open another bush light. I believe Mitch Burns gets the better of the starts. Looks like Racing Man a shocker of a start. And you've got Electric down into P2. DK follows him. And whoa!
Bumper cars.
Bumper cars into turn 1. See if they can manage turn 2 safely. But Mitch has a big lead. Racing Fan was able to get around DK with that contact. And he looks like he's trying to fight back on P2 right now. Very wide radius corner. That's Repsol turn 4. One of my favorites in the game. Love that corner.
And these guys are playing bumper cars. I have no other word for it. Their front wings must be made out of reinforced steel. Oh, Secure the Perks is around.
Oh, boy.
Man, commentators curse, I guess, on my bad.
Front wing
ZX is also
entirely
around.
Gone. Yeah, I saw ZX struggling through that corner. And then Secure the Perks came up behind him. They both lost it, I think, doing the same thing.
Yep. It's just ZX kind of probably fishtailed a little bit, made it about another 20 yards further down the road than Secure the Perks did, but both of them completely missing their front wings. Hopefully they can make it hits though under this VSC. Does this count in the safety cars?
No, VSCs don't count.
Can you stop touching the microphone, Jack? Oh, my eardrums out.
Sorry. I wasn't touching it, it was just wrestling against my chest. VSC here. Shelly the Turtle is in P5, and he's followed by one of the biggest movers, Elite Game Boy, up in P6 on those mediums. He was able to pip Alprinus in terms of that strategy battle. The future.
Yeah, so Elite Game Boy is now the guy to watch at the moment on the softs, or on the mediums rather.
VSC has gone away, and it looks like Shelly is trying to catch DK napping there, side by side, and in turn 7 and 8. Don't think DK wants to end up like his teammate.
Oh, play nice,
wide. Shelly's able to keep it. Look at these guys going side by side. Shelly backs out.
Dirty Air. Yep, Dirty Air is going to wash that AlphaTauri right out. Got to watch out behind him, though.
Yeah, Alprinus trying to get around a lead. This is going to be a bit of a battle with perhaps long-standing effects. Not really sure where to position my eyes at the moment. Mitch 791 behind that. He is up 4 spots, as well as VTech. Those are the 2 biggest winners so far. Oh, Harris Plex also up 4 spots. My apologies.
Good start for him on his debut.
Yeah, it is. Racing Fan sets fastest lap. Everybody's setting fastest laps. I'm not even going to keep track of Harris Plex. I believe he's going to settle it.
I guess that lap did start under VSC, so the top guys will probably set a fast lap.
Didn't really think of it that way. Porch Power going a little wide through the extremely long turn 3. Never ending, some scientists suggest.
Porch had a good start there. I thought he was going to get swamped by everyone around him on mediums, but he's holding his own. Ended up making up 2 spots on the 2 spinners.
He's actually,
than that, though.
I mean, he's actually keeping up here with these medium guys. If he wants another podium like he got earlier this season, he's going to have to get around them, though, and gap a little bit. But how long do we expect these tires to last? It's not very long if you're starting on the softs.
7 laps, maybe, give or take a lap or 2, depending on temperature and all that. But yeah, they are not a fun tire to be on unless you're Mitch Burns and you're out in front of everyone just setting laps by yourself, because you ain't got nobody behind you with DRS.
True. Is DK gets Racing Fan with the first DRS straight away of the race. That's Shelly.
Shelly's around. Not sure if there's contact or not. It is a very easy place to spin without anyone helping you.
Curbs.
Oh, and VTech's also around.
Same spot.
Everyone's following the leader.
Yeah, we were talking about twins earlier. It seems like there's a lot of twins out here on track at the moment. Racing Fan not letting DK go easy. Looks like he might have just got a corner cutting warning. But these 2 squabbling. Good news for Electric and Mitch Burns, especially Mitch. He's already up close to 2 seconds here. 4 laps in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if... oh man, DK gets all out of shape going into the 3rd sector. He's going to be able to hold on it through here, but I think he's going to be a bit of a sit and duck on the straight. Not sure if he's running his notoriously low wings. I would assume so. Rockets off the straightaway, both burning DRS. DK's trying to break this slipstream. Yeah, I don't think Racing Fan's going to be able to make a move. Not looking to either. He kind of lifts off at the end of the straightaway.
Yeah, didn't even take the toe down to the inside. So, interesting.
I think he's content with sitting behind DK, expecting DK to kind of drag him up towards those top 2 guys at the moment. But DK, man, he is understeering everywhere into these corners. Probably a side effect of the the wings he's running.
Yeah, you can really see Racing Fan close up here in the twisty bits.
Yeah, I think the only place Racing Fan's going to be able to make a move on him if he doesn't want to empty his ERS is up here, but he's got to get a better run than that on DK. Yeah, he's so much later on the brakes, the Mercedes.
Yeah, I think DK's going to have to make a little bit of a mistake coming out of turn 9.
Which, when the tires start going off, everyone's going to be making little mistakes here and there. It's just you got to be in the right position to capitalize on it.
Indeed. Indeed. Racing Fan, once again, with the DRS.
DK must be running like 1-1 wings, because that Aston Martin, it gets out of that corner and it is gone.
Yep. Disappears down that straightaway. Very, very fast.
But, yeah, he is washing up the track everywhere. So he gets his advantage of it going down that straight, but he is fighting for his life everywhere else around this track. I think high downforce is the way to go around here, but man, is it hard to get around someone that's running low wings. This Racing Fan is finding out the hard way.
Interestingly enough, these top 4 soft runners haven't really been able to break away too much from El Prentice, as Harris Plex becomes the first of what I would assume many penalty getters this evening. But El Prentice, let's check the...
I think he's catching them, because we're to the point now to where the softs are not your friend. If anything, they're trying to kill you always, like little assassins.
Yeah, El Prentice, 5 seconds is the gap. Elite Game Boy, about a second behind him.
And El Prentice will be within DRS of the of DK and Racing Fan in front of him.
Oh,
so
is
got
that
Red
Clay?
Bull around. I think that's Clay. Yep, Clay Funk out of the weird chicane.
Ooh, interesting decision not to just throw on the hards right there. Those tires are going to be extra spicy for Clay.
I think I'll have a little bit of time to cool him off though as he's going down that straight, but he's got to be careful in turn 2. As Gru spins in turn 2.
In the same place as VTech and Shelly dropped it. We're seeing a lot of spins, thankfully not a ton of damage, although ZX and the perks.
Gru picks up 10 seconds for just trying to get out of the way of everybody.
You know, sometimes nice guys finish last, Gru. It was a noble effort by him to very sportsmanlike. Shelly has put on the hards, by the way, down there in 16th after his spin. Probably just trying to see how long they can go for. I'm not sure if they can make it to the end from here. But
yeah, I think he's gonna try.
Yeah, I think that's probably his only option at this point.
Porridge power dives into the pits.
In the pits. He's going to be the first one to pit off these softs, lap 6.
I think ZX spun again at some point. I saw him pick up 3 seconds there. I wanted to see where he was, and he is now 6 seconds behind Secure the Perks, and they both kind of spun at the same time.
Oh boy. You know, seen a lot of flashes from ZX, but he's had a few mistakes. Definitely showing the rust. Hopefully he comes back strong for Season 9 and is able to put in a championship challenge. Racing Fan still refusing to leave DK Nortec alone, but he has company by the way of El Prentice in P5.
Got a nice little train forming here. I kind of like where Elite's at the moment, and Mitch also, he's closing these guys down after starting way down the grid, up 6 spots
big
right
lockout. A big lockout from Elite right there. Mitch got to drive through the smoke.
But yeah, Mitch, if he gets a good run through the 3rd sector, he might be able to get DRS on this slow train in front of him. Yeah, these soft tire guys are not having a blast. As
electric. 3
of the top 4 dive in. Mitch Burns stays out though.
Yeah, I saw him in the AM2 chat earlier saying, wow, these softs only last 3 laps. Well, Mitch has gotten about 9, well, actually about 10 plus an in-out lap, in and out lap out of him. Elite will pick up an unfortunate time penalty here, 3 seconds. Not a huge surprise. I do wonder how that undercut's going to work for Electric Blade. I think it has a chance of about 2 seconds. I mean, it honestly might.
Well, the only problem for Electric is that he came out right behind Mitch Burns' teammate.
Oh.
I'm not sure how much Villeneuve would be able to hold him up, but every little bit counts. And if Electric can't get a move on him into turn 10, he's going to be stuck behind that Alpine for the whole third sector. Oh, Electric's got to do it. Gotta do it. Gotta send it. He's sending it. I don't think Villeneuve fight him too much there, or fought him too much.
Very respectful from Villeneuve.
But Villeneuve, Mitch Burns does dive into the pits.
On the same lap that Prentice sets fastest lap on these medium compound tires. Mitch on the mediums as well. Let's see where. Ooh, this is actually going to be pretty close.
I think Electric's going to get him.
There he is.
He's going to have the better line into the corner.
Ooh, I know Electric was just thinking about sitting around the outside there. No, he's a lot closer to where he was about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, I think that's a good call from Electric. He'll have DRS on Michel Bernard for the remainder of the race, I would think. I don't think Mitch Burns is going to be able to get away from him too much. Yeah, DRS. Once you get it, it's kind of hard to lose it unless you make a big mistake. And Electric's not one for making mistakes.
It's true. Neither is Mitch Burns.
Yeah, he wasn't earlier in the season, but towards the end, he's kind of gotten a little slack. Couple spins, Imola and Mexico come to mind. ZX is out.
Is that on track?
Full safety car. Oh boy.
That is a full safety car at a very interesting spot.
Harris Flex pits. He's going to Hearts. Calling it right now.
I've seen this story before. Out of turn 5, you can see how far he tried to hold on to it for. But eventually those tires just went. And he wound up on that inside wall. Not how he wanted to see his day in, but a couple of these medium guys are going to be going on to new tires. Harris with the Hards Racing Fan is also in for Hards.
Yep.
Interesting. Villeneuve on softs for some reason. Clay on hards. I think Shelley's going to be pitting onto a set of mediums.
I wonder if he'll be able to get those to the end of the race. I saw some guys in the U3 race stretch those tires a mighty long ways. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get away with it. Secure Le Perks does go onto the hards though. More conservative choice of tires there. But yeah, VTech and Shelley both on mediums here.
Could they be anticipating another safety car? Who knows? Prentice is in. Elite Game Boy will follow him. Mitch follows him. Arcock is going to be in. Future is going to be in. I wonder if he's wearing Gucci flip-flops right now. Mitch Burns is going to stay out on these mediums, as is Electric. Nothing surprising there. So it's like everybody will be on a fresh-ish set of tires. As, yep, Prentice and Elite Game Boy will cycle back out.
Ooh, just barely into the lead.
Just barely into the lead. They go, but Mitch Burns now in P3, Electric in P4, Mitch, Buffalo in P5. On those hards.
Stop touching it.
Oh, sorry.
My eardrums.
It's just Do you know, sometimes I rest it up against myself.
You touched it again.
Ah! Sorry. Everything seems fine to me.
Stop touching it.
I'm not touching it.
Don't touch it.
I'm not. Here, I'll set it down.
Yeah, good idea.
I got a new mic.
Mitch.
I got a new mic yesterday. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so it's definitely the controller. Hey, Electric, you have your ERS on, bud.
Hey, bud. It's
Hey,
probably
bud.
a glitch. You ever think of that?
Definitely not, because nobody else's is on. That would be a pretty odd glitch, though.
I feel like I've seen it before.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if it's a glitch or not. I mean, it is an odd place to, have ERS on, but you could have just accidentally pressed the button.
You know, I am in the gang of holding the ERS button so I avoid situations like that.
Ew. You have it on like press and hold?
Yep, I press and hold L1 for
Wow.
my ERS.
Yeah. What a weirdo.
It's better than throttle and brake with your right stick. I don't really see what the big deal is. It just avoids any situation where you might, accidentally leave it on going into a corner.
Yeah.
It's really just second
Oh, no,
nature.
I have it on R3. I just tap it, going onto a straightaway, and then tap it again and turn it off.
Yeah.
Very easy, out of the way.
I feel like I have a lot more control over where and when I deploy my ERS. But a lot of guys don't have L1 open. I do, so.
Yeah, seeing. What is it? You shift funny, right? It's like
Yeah, I use
you use
R1.
R1 to shift.
R1 is up shift and then square is down shift.
God. So what do you have? What do you have button X for?
Clutch.
Well, yeah, but you can map the clutch with something else.
I don't really use X, I don't think. I might use it for, like, to change the
See,
camera or
I
something.
feel like X would be easier for overtaking than, or for your overtake button rather than L1.
No, I mean, the way I'm holding the controller, I'm already, I got my left finger on ERS. I got my right finger already upshifting. It works. I don't know.
So you put two fingers on both your joysticks? Or like on both the buttons on the end of the controller?
Yeah. Like my
Oh.
fingers are...
Oh, with both hands?
I mean, I have both my hands on the controller, yes.
Oh, the Electric just turned his ERS off. I saw
Okay.
it. Did it.
Well, that's good for him.
Because they're going in this lap.
Yep. Safety car is in. As El Prentice has inherited the lead of this race. But these hards are going to be a bit difficult with all these medium guys behind him. Shaping up to be a very intriguing finish here in Spain. He's really backing him up. I think he's going now.
I think Mitch Burns might have got the jump on Elite Game Boy there.
Yeah, I think
Ooh, racing fan spun. Out of the last
Oh,
corner.
no.
So he just put on a new set of hards.
Oh, Mitch!
Oh, Mitch! Oh my god, thank goodness ghosting is on.
Mitch gets on the inside curb there at turn 2, and it turns him just like it did with Shelley and...
I mean, instantly.
Itzhak.
Nothing he can do about it.
Ooh. Yep, that is unfortunate for Mitch. But very
The McLarens
fortunate.
are going at it. Oh man.
Oh, is this Harrisplex sitting it down the inside
Oh,
of turn
yeah,
7, and that was never going to work.
unfortunately not.
Looks like he's got the George Russell helmet as well in that Williams, reserving this week for Gordito.
Very Gordito-like move there.
Yeah, a little bit. See,
Saying
Clay
homage.
and Villeneuve are going head-to-head. As Villeneuve loses it, he drops it
Oh man.
on the exit of turn 10. Boy.
And he's still under-fueled, the Alpine.
These guys are dropping like flies at the moment. Let's go back up front. Elite trying to stay within ERS, but Prentice is kind of checked out a bit. Or maybe not. I think Elite
yeah, no, Elite did have a car spin off the side of him there for a second. That would have scared me too. I think Elite has the pace over Prentice here. But I expect Electric and DK to start hassling these guys on the mediums. They need to get past them if they aren't taking these tires to the end.
Yeah, Arkaka also in a really good position here in P6. See how long he can keep up with this train. Doesn't seem to be a huge pace difference between the hards and the mediums at the moment.
And I think a lot of that's down to dirty air. It's very hard to show your true pace when you have the wash of the car in front of you. The only person that's showing their true pace right now is Prentice out front, and he might have just broke DRS. Electric absolutely wheeling that thing through the third sector, was sliding, trying to get a move on the lead, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it without DRS.
Trying to watch back here. Shelly the Turtle has used this opportunity. He is back up into P8 right now. Gets past his teammate.
Clearance.
Got a couple of teammate battles back in the pack.
Oh, the future. Still coming back at his teammate. He's on the softs. Not sure if he's gonna go soft again towards the end.
I don't think he's gonna be able to get enough. No, there's no way he can get enough laps out of that at this point. 15 to go.
Yeah, I don't think so. Shelly down the inside of Arkaka. Pretty bold move there from Shelly. Made it work though. He's trying to make his way back up front.
Good stuff from old Shelly. Back up top, everybody up to the top five is all separated within a second, but it's getting kind of tight. Mitch just dropped out. Buffalo Mitch, excuse me. Still always forget to
differentiate.
Yeah, I mean it can be very complicated. Let's say hypothetically, like you're blind or something. That would be very confusing. Nonetheless,
Elite Game Boy did get blind. DRS on Prentice there, so not quite gone yet, but that does hold up Electric and DK for another lap. I think it's more of Electric. DK's kind of holding on himself. Yeah, Electric stuck almost behind Elite and Prentice. Never want to be the third car in a DRS stream.
No, you don't. And to be honest, I think Elite's running pretty low downforce. He does tend to gain quite a bit on those straightaways, even without DRS on Prentice. So, sees Racing Fan.
Called in the pits. Called it quits in the pits.
Unfortunate. He has completed the VAMU challenge this week, qualifying on pole and DNFing. Hopefully, we'll see him back stronger than ever next week in Sachi. I believe things are getting tighter now.
Yeah, Elite's going to have a good run on Prentice here.
Just riding on board with Electric. That looked like a very strong lap from Elite Game Boy. And he is now about 3/10 up on where he has been. I think Prentice might be burning a little more ERS at the moment, though.
Yeah, it was closer to about 30% extra ERS for the Ferrari, but that straightaway alone, Prentice just burnt all the advantage he had. It's now about 10% difference.
I think Racing Fans AI parked on track. Future picks up another 3-second time penalty. I'm kind of surprised we haven't seen more. Obviously, we were under VSC for a lap and then safety car for another 2.5. So I could explain some of it. I would assume a lot of these guys are probably at least on 1 or 2 warnings, even if they haven't gotten a 3-second yet.
Well, we can check that with Handy Dandy Tass. Prentice is clean at the moment. Game Boy 1 warning away from his 6th second in penalties. Electric delayed on 2 warnings. DK's clean. Mitch on a warning, Shelley on 2 warnings, Arkaka, Porch Power, both on a warning. Future, we just saw, picked up his second penalty, so he's up to 6 seconds. VTech, a warning, and Secure the Perks, also on a warning.
I was half right.
Oh, got a McLaren in the gravel trap.
That is
going
Porch
onto
Power.
the main street.
That is
He
Porch
just had-
Power.
Man, he looked like he was on a Black.com video with everyone training on
Whoa.
him there.
It's hot.
Oh, just like his tires right now.
Here
Hold
to
on
put-
to
hold
it.
on to it. That's gonna give Gru a run. Porch. Oh my God, those things are gonna be very hot.
I think Gru might slide out the inside here. Oh man.
Porch is doing a pretty good job to mitigate the damage, but at what cost?
Very clean though. Not
Oh,
wrecking there.
Gru. Oh, I don't think Gru realized Mitch Burns was on his outside coming out of turn 5. Almost did push him onto the gravel a little bit. I'm sure Mitch isn't going to be too thrilled with that one.
Yeah, no harm, no foul. Didn't see him. Don't go in somebody's blind spot. Usually a good word of advice. But we kind of got 2 trains forming here. The Future on his worn softs at this point, holding
Which
up
one's
a
headed
nice
to your
little
mom's
train.
house?
Ooh, dang. Got me good. Yeah, Future tired of the softs already. He's bailing out on him.
I expect these to be
Promotes-
mediums.
VTech up to P8, but he is completely out of ERS. Secure the Perks, who needed this safety car break. Making his way back up as Villeneuve has spun again, going onto the main straight.
I would anticipate that these hards are going to be a lot better at the end of this race. If these guys are trying to stretch these mediums all the way to the end. That's why it's
Going
imperative
back up
for
front.
these guys to
Yeah.
get up front. Yeah.
Well, and up front for Electric, he's all over the tail of Elite, but Elite with his downforce is going to keep him in touch with El Prentice and keep Electric Blade behind him, who now has 3 seconds in penalties.
Yep, and these guys are just all in lockstep. They cannot quite get past El Prentice. He's controlling this race quite well at the moment. One more try.
I think Electric might get a lead here.
One Game Boy. Yep.
He's gonna
Those
try.
hards.
He's gotta burn it, but Elite Game Boy is burning it all.
They're trying to risk it all, but yeah, Elite Game Boy, it just stalls out about 3/4 down the straightaway.
Yeah. Well, Elite has to try to save his battery here, and Electric doesn't have the downforce to keep up with Elite.
Yeah, I mean, this is quite the game of chicken. Elite makes
Oh,
a bit of a
might get him
mistake
here.
through Repsol. Let's see
we got
if
someone
Electric
trying to
tries
cruise
to go
around.
under, cruise
Oh, wait, no.
around.
No, it's Harrisplex in turn 2. Who's in the pits?
Oh. Yeah, that was very tricky.
Yeah, that was a little confusing.
Yeah, if you were just paying attention to the scoreboard there. There was one Williams dropping through the order. DK's trying to hang on to the end of this. He actually had caught up for a little bit. I wonder if he's going to be saving his tires, perhaps, at this point. But he's starting to fall back in the clutches of Buffalo Mitch and P5.
Well, you still got DRS, so Mitch is, Buffalo Mitch, that is making his way up to this train with all the squabbling that's going on. Yeah, I want to know what wings Elite Game Boy's running, because he is...
There's a helicopter shot that you can really see the pace difference on that straightaway. Just can't quite get close enough to El Prentice coming out of the final corner, turn
the
15.
dirty air around here is god-awful.
Yeah, it is.
So even though he probably has the straight line speed, it looks like he has the pace advantage, but he just can't get close enough to finally put that move together. If he can Getting close to this lap. I think half a second he'd be able to make that stick.
Jeez Louise, getting real spicy down here at the bottom of the points. Secure the Perks and VTEC have been side by side for about 6 corners. And looks like Secure's going to come out on top. Mish Burns. Oh boy, look at Secure the Perks. Look at Secure the Perks. Absolutely.
Wall to wall. Oh, VTEC bump and run maybe. Oh, not quite.
Man, I think Mish Burns would absolutely love to get around this. He's got a front row seat. Actually, he's falling back to Clay Funk in P11.
And Clay, who spun earlier, also happy that safety car came out. Gets him back in the running for some good points. VTEC's, yeah, I think Secure might lose a couple of spots here. Oh, is Mitch going to gain a couple? Down the inside of VTEC.
Trying to find the
he cleared him. Wow.
Didn't realize he was a alpine skier the way he was slaloming through the cars. Shout out to Lindsey Vonn, I guess.
He did burn all of his ERS there, but he doesn't really have anyone else in front of him for a little bit, so he'll probably save that up while he tries to make his way back up through the field.
Yeah, clear air up to Shelly the Turtle 3 seconds up the road in P7. Oh my god, is Shelly just about loses it out of turn 9. Caught that like in the middle of probably a code brown for Shelly.
Oh, man, if Elite can get a good run out of the chicane. Yeah, I think he's close enough now to where he may be able... Oh, man. The runs that El Prentice is getting out of the chicane is saving him.
El Prentice takes such a wider line through there. He's able to carry a lot more speed. But Shelly gets right up to the gearbox every single time, but just not enough to... Or did I say Shelly? Elite?
Yeah, I think you said Shelly.
Yeah, I mean, Elite gets so close every time, right up on the gearbox.
But they're all right around the same ERS now, so no more burning ERS from El Prentice.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
Electric. Give him a little bump.
Didn't realize.
Get ongoing message.
Didn't realize Electric was a bottom feeder. The way he just kissed the boy's gearbox. Again, I mean, these guys are just in lockstep. DK hanging onto the back. It's just nothing these boys can do. They're just stuck together.
They're stuck in the DRS of that Ferrari. You can't really do too much about it. I think last lap probably was Elite's best chance he's had so far to try to make a move, but then he didn't burn his ERS.
Yeah, but went in a little too deep into the chicane. That's going to completely compromise his run.
Well, it might give Electric a chance, but he's going to burn ERS.
It's going to take him out of ERS.
Nope.
The DRS, but Elite Gameboy so fast in a straight line. He's neutralized. He's neutralizing the DRS and ERS of Electric Blade. Gotta be frustrating for Electric.
Oh man, Electric is just gonna. The only word he's gonna be able to think for the next hour is just Honda, because the only thing he can see right now.
He's gonna go out and probably buy a Honda tomorrow.
He's just gonna have to get. He's getting a psych evaluation. The only word he's writing down is Honda.
Yeah. Honda.
Oh man, gets all out of shape.
It's all out of shape. Elite's a little bit closer now, but obviously, if you're gonna get past El Prentice, it is through
down the main straight.
Well, it is through the exit of that chicane.
Oh, Shelly's around.
Shelly done so good coming back.
I don't think he hit anything. Yep, he did not hit anything.
Just coming out of turn 8.
Lost a lot of time. Still in P10 though.
One more time as Electric Blade runs wide on the final corner. We talked about that in qualifying. That is always a possibility.
Yep, oversteer and understeer, always, never fun. probably oversteer with the setup and understeer because he has a car in front of him. When he washes out, I don't want to go too far out wide there. Those bumps can throw you into a nasty spin.
It's 16 laps on these medium tires. I think they're probably starting to go right about now.
He's to the point. I guess we know that he's staying out for the entire time, or else he probably would have dived in by now. Yeah, Elite just doesn't really get a good run through 7 and 8. Oh man, Electric all over the place.
Shelly the Turtle has had wing damage for so long. He posts as he is in the pits, putting on a fresh set of softs. Maybe he can get a fastest lap to make him feel better this evening.
Well, that does move Harrisplex into the points on his debut. However, he is on old hards in front of Porsche Car and VTEC, who've just pitted for new mediums. So he's got to hold on. But he also has a penalty, and Porsche does not. McLaren always ruining the fun.
Indeed. That's what we do here at McLaren.
Boy, man, Electric. So close to Elite. Just
dirtier again. Oh man, he's going to take himself out of the podium.
Yep.
9 seconds of penalties here. Second only to Gru, who's down there in 15th.
Well, and 10 of his are probably going to get removed because he's just trying to let people by.
Yeah, it's true. So, penalty champion Electric Blade here this evening. Easy to do. I'm honestly surprised that it's only 9 seconds, really, as the biggest.
When Elite, he's 1 warning away from 6 seconds, so I don't know why he just hasn't pushed the button down and tried to go for a move on El Prentice here, because he's not going to be able to get a 3 or even 6 second gap stuck behind El Prentice, who is on 2 warnings, but oh man, yeah, that just can't get a good enough run.
Yeah.
They were all in the graphic coming through there.
I think Electric's going to have a chance here.
Yep, and if he gets past Elite's not going to have a chance. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Pretty big contact there.
Holy cow.
Let's see if Electric can go mess with El Prentice for a little bit. That was pretty hefty contact there.
Kind of only caught the end of it because the camera was switching shots. Not really sure how that all occurred. But yeah, pretty severe contact made at the pit exit. And these guys battling on the straightaway. See if DK perhaps, he is P2 right now. He's driven a very smart race.
He's just going to sit back and watch everyone. He's still on 1 warning. He can still win this race if El Prentice picks up another penalty. And with a guy on mediums behind you harassing you, anything's possible.
Yeah.
Is Kevin Garnett. What's that?
Anything's possible.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Oh, boy.
Electric all out of shape.
Those tires are going.
Yep. And that just knocked all 3 of them out of DRS range of the Brit and the Ferrari. I think Electric's trying to burn all of his ERS. Elite isn't burning anything. He's still gaining on the Haas.
Oh, DK's gonna send it on the inside, almost.
Oh boy.
Made it work.
Oh,
Shelly gets fastest lap and retires in the pits.
No, I think he backed out of turn 3 up here.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Oh, wait, that's actually right up here, isn't it?
Yeah, but his car already despawned because these marshals are built different.
Boy, these Spanish marshals, big-time muscle guys. Lots of HGH in the steward room. Yeah, they're just popping like candy. Electric Blade now, he's lost that position. DK's on the back of him. Can we get a reading on the tires?
We can.
Because Electric's really struggling right now.
Yeah, his are about 55% on the fronts, 40 on the rears. Oh wait, no, that's 50 on the rights, 40 on the lefts. Yeah, something like that. 40s and 50s, while the 2 guys in front of him on hards are close to the 40s and 30s.
I think we are at that switchover point. Shelley says that he tried a flick spin, but his right rear suspension is made of glass. So it sounds like a design flaw by those at AlphaTauri.
Maybe electric's
around.
around.
Oh, that's electric around. Same place that we saw Mitch Burns lose it. And
I think you might be able to hold on for 8th, but Arkaka and Mitch, who are right behind him, don't have penalties and aren't on spicy tires. Yeah, he's got to be careful not to spin again. He can't just go send it into a corner because he can go.
Haven't talked about it much throughout the race, but been a sneaky, possibly Arkaka's best drive of the year so far up there in P6. No penalties, fresher tires. Did electric? His electric picks up another one.
Man.
Boy, he might
12 seconds. Oh, he just lost it again.
I think those
he's
tires
doing some.
are absolutely done for. Oh boy,
the implosion.
Boy, he is.
And he might have just thrown away a P2 here in the championship.
Yep.
Battle between him, DK, and Vamu. Vamu's not here. DK, we know, is getting at least P3. We don't know, but he's in P3 at the moment, and still has possibilities to get P2 on penalties. Mitch Burns pits. I guess he's going for the fastest lap for some reason. Electric blade.
Is he still?
He's drifting. I think he's calling it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna pick him up 5 seconds for the road.
Yeah.
You know,
we've all been there.
That's a hell of a way to go out, I suppose, in a blaze of glory. But Mitch Burns, yeah, very interesting call from him. He's gonna come out outside of the points.
Yeah. Oh man, speaking of battles in the points. Sorry. VTEC, Portage.
Yeah, VTEC and Portage, these guys have been closing down on each other for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Hot stuff going on between these two.
Yeah, not to mention tire temps. Everybody's are probably through the roof at the moment on this sunny day in Catalonia.
Yep.
Man.
Probably not ideal. I mean, yeah, obviously Electric Blade just experienced that firsthand. Yeah. Trying to keep up with everything. I mean, Mitch Burns obviously put on mediums.
Yeah. Not sure. Maybe his tire. I don't think his tires are about to explode. So I'm not sure why he pit. Maybe he didn't have fresh softs and would rather. Oh, who's that around? Oh, Porridge Power is around.
Oh, Porridge is gonna blow some points, I think. Oh, that's tough.
He has lost his front wing too. Luckily for him, his teammate is in a good spot to pick up a whole bunch of points here. Knock on wood, because I really don't want him to lose that.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, these two do stuff at the same time.
Oh, man.
They can join twins.
The Future and Harris Plex are going at our debutants, battling for P9 and P10. Oh, Harris. Oh, boy. Future ends up getting them. Oh, Mitch Burns gets Harris as well. I didn't even see Mitch Burns there. He's going to get these guys on pin. Oh,
Oh!
Man. Butt taps Future.
And there was some damage on that, too.
I'm not. No, there wasn't.
I guess it was paint chips that went flying off. I was riding on board with Mitch.
I saw it too. No damage reported from Tass. Oh wait, this is the last lap. Oh wait, they're going on to the last lap.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I think,
Secure the Perks has gotten past Arkaka, who pits. Arkaka pits on the last lap.
What?
What? What are you doing?
What? No. What's happening?
I mean, did he not think that his tires can make it another couple kilometers? He's gonna lose his spot to VTEC. I think he's gonna be able to hold on to the guys battling behind him because he is on softs. He might even be able to get VTEC. I don't really place to pass.
There's some mind-boggling
P5.
Some mind-boggling pit decisions by both Mitch Burns and Arkaka here at the end of this race. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. Maybe someone snuck a little peyote into the punch bowl before the race. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just theorizing.
It doesn't make a lot of sense.
El Prentice is going to be coming around the field at 2,000. Plus 2,000. Will take a dub as he becomes the third reserve winner of this season behind Jack Hockey and Baby Wizard. But excellent strategy, medium to hards, obviously paid off for both he and Game Boy tonight.
The safety car.
The safety car for sure. Definitely helped bail him out, though. On lap 10. DK Nortec with penalties. He will finish in a P2. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Elite Game Boy with another podium. I believe that's his 5th of the season. He'll be in P. And Secure the Perks in P5. His first career points. Yeah, well done from the Perk man. Clay Funk up to P6. Arkaka will still get P7, although he probably would have finished P5. Without that pit, Michel Bernard, he'll be in 8th, but it doesn't matter because he's already won the championship. VTEC in P9. It's got more points. The future scores a point on debut. Harris Plex, he was fun to watch this evening in 11th. Villeneuve in 12th. Grew in 13th. And I'm missing someone who finished 14th.
Yeah, I ain't got it. No idea. Shelly wrecked. Porch Power?
Yes.
There you go.
So I think we hit the under on finishers, 14. And we got a solid push on safety car. Which was
what do you count VSCs? They don't count, do they?
They don't count at all.
Okay.
There's El Prentice celebrating with an Italian-looking guy in a Ferrari Polo. I'm assuming he works for the team. Pure speculation, though.
I'll work on getting our 3 podium finishers in here. Let me see. Yeah, I think safety car bailed out the guys on the hards, so I'd like to talk to them about that.
Yeah, see how they feel. Let's run through the order one more time while he does that. El Prentice 04 in the Ferrari reserves and wins. DK Nortec in P2. Elite Game Boy in P3. Buffalo Mitch 791 in P4. Secure the Perks. Career best finish in 5th. Clay in 6th. Arkaka in 7th. Mitch Burns, your champion, finishes 8th. VTEC gets 2 more points in P9. The future on debut finishes 10th. Harris Plex in 11th. Villeneuve in 12th. Grew in 13th. Porridge in 14th. Your non-finishers were Electric, who looked like he had a podium sewed up until the end. Shelly, Racing Fan, who started on pole. And ZX.
Alrighty. Wild race there. We have got our podium finishers to join us here. We'll start third. Elite Game Boy, Mr. No Downforce himself. First off, I gotta ask, what wings were you running? Just for research purposes.
8, 9.
Golly, so everyone else must have been running an absolute buttload because you were flying up on these guys going down the straightaways. Ended up holding up Electric. Had DRS on the car in front of you. Never want to be third in the train, so Electric was stuck and probably got very frustrated behind you. Picked up a lot of penalties. But for your race, though, safety car happened right in your pit window, probably a little bit before, but the hards were obviously the option there. Went on to those. Had a pretty much smooth race behind El Prentice, though. Couldn't quite get close enough to make a move. Did you ever think about just dumping the ERS and going for it one?
Oh no, I could have made a move like plenty of times. I I don't know if you paid attention. I was literally lifting off at the end of the straight because I
I
wanted to
saw
sit in
that.
P2. Yeah, I wanted to sit in P2 because I know Electric's very aggressive, so he was going to get penalties. So I just said I'll sit in P2 and just attack him at the end. And then I made that mistake at some point and messed it up.
Well, yeah, and then what you got dive bombed by Electric, who eventually got closer than you did to El Prentice. He made a move on you, and that kind of sealed your fate for maybe not quite a victory, but a podium for sure. Well, congratulations nonetheless. It was pretty interesting to see you fly down the straightaway 33 times. Other than that, congratulations. We'll move on to our serviceman, DK. Thank you for your service, of course. P2. Yeah, got front row seats to the DRS train of a century. Didn't really want to get involved though. Just kind of sat along and watched. You know, some guys like to watch. It's okay. We don't shame around here, but there's no shame in a P2.
Nah, it's good to be back on the podium, that's for sure. I know I said last week I was looking forward to this track, and I quickly realized why I can't stand it, because the last chicane is impossible to get any type of freaking run on anybody. But old tires don't help either. But yeah, good race nonetheless. FU to the safety car, put Prentice and Elliott, or Elite, in front of us. But, oh well.
Yeah, you and Electric definitely seem to have the pace there on the, I'd say preferred strategy, the soft to medium. But yeah, oversteer, understeer, every steer but go where you want steer, going through the chicane for everybody. But yeah, solid race there, managing all the steers and bad tires and all that. P2. Congratulations! I think that moves you up into P2 in the championship, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta get my stat guy to look at that. Yeah, definitely
182. No, that'll move him. Right. Maybe 18. Dude,
got 18 points.
I suck at math, dude.
Hey, carry the one. You know, you can use your calculator.
No, dude,
I'm gonna go talk to our winner.
No, I don't
you
even
get back
figure
to
it
me
out.
on that.
Do I have to?
Yes,
Thank
you
you.
have to. Yeah, congratulations, DK. Thank you for your service, of course. And I'm gonna move on to our third reserve winner of the season, Sir El Prentice, reserving in the Ferrari for Vamo Nubel. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Obviously, the plan was to just stay as the lead medium runner. Worked perfectly. Normally in EU4, I'm known as someone that runs really low downforce. I was running 810, and I think once the safety car had come out and got myself and Elite Game Boy to the front, all I really had to do was just make sure I used enough ERS out of the final corner to stay far enough ahead. Realised it might be worth it if I backed him up into Electric Blade with him being on mediums. Did that perfectly, and the penalties for particularly the Haas followed quickly. So that was all I needed.
A man with a plan, that's for sure. Worked it to perfection. Got yourself a victory here in AM2.
Two victories out of two with myself this week. Obviously, 50 big, beautiful points for Ferrari. And yeah, I don't think I could have asked for a better week.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Man, you answered all my questions for me. This never happens. Nobody here ever talks to me. I deal with a whole bunch of American Kimi Räikkönens every week. But yeah, thank you for coming down. I know it's late and we had technical difficulties to start, so I'm not going to keep you too long. Some of us have jobs in the morning. I'm gonna give it to Kitten though. He wraps it before he taps it.
Allegedly. I don't know about that. Doing the math here, DK is on 200 points now. He's 4 points behind Vamu for P2 in the championship. He is actually 1 point ahead of Electric now as a result of that race. So P3 for UDK. Also, it was Elite's 5th podium and DK's 8th podium of the season. Obviously, El Prentice is first because this is the first time he's raced. But he's the 3rd reserve driver to win this season through 21 rounds. But yeah, I guess it is time to wrap it, ain't it? I believe we will be in a beautiful place, Sochi, next week, in that incredible facility, one of the world's finest racetracks. You will want to tune in for that. It'll be same place next week, Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Of course, we have EU2 and AM1 tomorrow on this very Twitch channel, CAS_F1. Thanks to our sponsors, NordVPN, Fanatec, SimLabs. Probably missing a couple. But thank you to everyone who made this race possible, and everyone who watched, and everyone who will watch in the near future. For our winner, El Prentice, DK, and Elite Game Boy, that's Swarner. I'm Kitten, signing off. We'll see you next week.